Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video of many videos I intend to do over the course of the next couple of weeks. My name is Thompson. I'm a project management professional. I've been working as a project manager for quite a number of years now and have, a good number of years of experience in various types of companies right behind me. Like everybody else, we also want to improve or certify ourselves, and I've decided to take on these video revision notes rather than me writing down things all over the place and scribbling on pieces of paper. What I decided to do was to take videos of my revision notes so that I could listen to myself over and over again when I'm in the train, when I'm at work, and just to remind myself of the kind of things that I've actually read and noted down. Today, I'm going to talk very briefly about my setup. While I'm doing this, I've actually set already my study materials, the PMI and PMP exam itself, the topics I'm likely going to cover over the course of the videos. My setup very quickly, as you can see, you might actually see some shadows. I don't want that to distract you if you're watching this video. I've done this all by myself. I'm in my little dining room in my house. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning here. And so I just want us to focus on the content of what I'm going to say, or content of the quality of what I'm going to say, or if you don't like it, please give us your constructive criticism. I've got lights. Most of the information I got here to be able to set up my mini studio, I got it from YouTube, and which is one of the reasons again why I decided to post this on YouTube, because I've got a lot of help. I mean, I'm sure many of you attest to that practically anything you want, you will find on YouTube, any solution. And I thought, well, I would like to add to that community if I can. There's many of us who are project managers, who have been there, done that, know it inside out. But again, there's so many of us who don't know as well, and who would like to get into project management. And the PMI PMP exam, it's a notoriously difficult exam. It's hard, I'll be honest with you. And as a result, some people don't even know where to start. I'm a member of LinkedIn project management groups where people are asking, where do I start from? What resources do I use? They don't know. And that's the truth. So most of what I'm going to talk about here is based on assumption that no one knows, and including myself studying. Yes, I have years of experience. I've read the PMP, the Pinball Guide inside out at least 4 times. And every time I read it, I get something new. There's something new. So most of my studies here, or most of my discussion will be based on the fact that no one knows, and I hope that I can also be of help to one person or the other. So, which is why I'm doing this. My study materials that I've used are I've used Rita's book, which is the PMP Exam Prep. I've studied that, read that twice, and I'm going over it again. I'll quickly get another book that I have here, and obviously the almighty Pinball Guide. It's another book I've used. Online, I've used Learn Smart. I've used various tools. I've gone onto YouTube to check on questions. And just to broaden my knowledge and get different views and different views for the same topic. And that way you tend to understand a bit more, and probably what you thought is not exactly what it is, and someone else explains it in a different way. You get the gist of it, especially mainly in Rita's books. They've been very, very good. One thing I might say though is, for many of you who are also practicing various questions in all different sources, please verify your answers, especially with the Pinball Guide. That's where your authority lies. I have come across at least 5 different questions in 5 different sources that are actually wrong. It's interesting. I think one of them, for example, was saying that you don't get assumptions in a project charter. Come on. You know, assumptions are the beginning of risk in the first place. And you don't put assumptions in the project charter, for example, and that's not right. But I'm not going to go into that right now because I've not started doing the study. But it's an example of what I'm saying. So please verify your answers. You know, you can, if you're a member of the PMI, you can log in and do a search on the PMBOK, on the digital version of the PMBOK guide, and check out, you know, possible answers that are a little bit fuzzy to you, and you want to be sure that you know exactly what it's about. I'm going to talk about the PMP exam. Well, there's sources all over the place. I'm sure you've read this in 1,001 places, but from me, it's 200 questions, 4 hours, and very, very, very difficult. You need to understand the PMBOK guide inside out. You need to understand the lexicon. Most of the questions are around practical project management, which is one of the reasons why to actually be a PMI member and to qualify to do the exams, the Project Management Institute actually required that you have a number of years of experience, because the exam is based on experience, it's based on what you're going to do first, what's the best thing to do, stakeholder management, communication management, stakeholder engagement, communication, and all that. It's very, very important because that's the bedrock of project management. So, in my opinion, you need to make sure that you do not take study lightly. You need to, don't think, oh, I've been there, done that, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, I'll pass the exam. It takes a grueling, to be honest. You need to study, you need to understand what you're studying. It's slightly different from what you are probably used to. And it could actually challenge what you know from, what I'll call the ideal world to the real world. And that way, it's very difficult and very easy to make mistakes. Remember, the exams are written by project managers like myself and yourself. And as a result, they know the tricks of the trade. They know what happens that shouldn't happen. And they are able to, as a result of these, draft questions in a way that would tease your brain to go in one direction, whereas they're looking for another direction. The whole idea of the Project Management Institute's project standards is for you to do things properly. Okay? Now, notice that I did not use the word methodology. It is not a methodology. It is a standard. And the standard is something that is repeatable in any situation that you have to deliver a project. You can tailor it, to meet your needs, but essentially you're following the same, it's like a benchmark of what you need to do and what you can do in order to be able to effectively, manage or deliver projects. The topics I'm going to cover, I just put the bottom up. I'm going to go right from the bottom, right to the top, and right from the top back to the bottom. And what I mean by that is I'm going to cover the role of a project manager, the role of the office, your interpersonal skills, what you really should be thinking of, or what you really should be as a project manager. Let's forget what you might have read or what you might have, come across on integration management, scope management, cost management for a change. Let's forget that. We're just going to deal with my first few videos on the project management or project management as a career, the organization, the portfolio, the program, the project management office, types of organizations and things like that. Interpersonal skills. I'll quickly say this so to give you an idea. As a project manager, you are simply nothing but an integrator. That is the one most important factor of a project manager. You need to have excellent communication skills and excellent stakeholder management skills. If you go to an interview and they ask you, what are your strengths as a project manager? I'm a good integrator. I've got excellent communication skills, and I've got excellent stakeholder management. If you can do those three at the top, then all the other knowledge areas you could think of in project management, all the other aspects you could think of should fall into place. Thank you, and hope to see you in my next video.